Liberty Broadcasting Network.
Entertaining.
I feel good that I'm keeping myself informed.
It's great. They say everything that people want to say, but they usually don't.
Can you handle the truth?
Hi everybody, this is Scott with Believers Underground, and Scott done with going through, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of friend requests over my 3 channels. Try to get through to everything. It's been a very, very busy week with the bizarre earthquakes that we had, which weren't really bizarre. You know, I saw them coming. Not that anyone could predict the exact locations on these things, because you can't. They don't have the underground piping systems mapped out on this planet. Nevertheless, we've had a lot of things going on, and you know, I'm on Liberty Radio, AM 1710 in Florida and back east and stuff, and you can just go on my channel page, go over to the left-hand column and click Liberty Broadcasting. I'm on 7 to 9 a.m. West Coast time, 10 to noon East Coast time. We've been talking about CERN, Project Alice, which is your time projection tunnel. We've talked about Elenin this week. See, what's going on up in space right now, it's called local flood. This thing is a major wild card out in space. It's just outside of our solar system. And anything that passes in between the sun and the local flood, it has magnetic fields on both sides of it. So, you know, you're going to see all kinds of different weird events. You know, you've already had 2 meteorites collide earlier this year out there because of that stupid thing. It looks like it's done something to Elenin. You know, it's a real serious threat, and NASA's taking it very seriously. I suggest you do too. It's affecting our sun. People, we have a problem out in space. There's no doubt. And we're going to a very bogus place in the Milky Way. Now let's get back to the Earth, because we are in serious post-glacial rebound effect. We've already had 400 gigatons of weight come off of Greenland last year. It stalled the ocean current out there in the Atlantic, and the Atlantic has created a new current out there in the Pacific, or I mean in the Atlantic, excuse me. I'm thinking about the West Coast because I want to talk about that too. But it's going to allow these storms to come through. Now, I sent Mike, Dutch Sense, you know, hi Mike, an article that came out of Fox 2 days ago. And it's talking about using lasers to manipulate the weather, basically to create more rainfall. And I think a foreign power used it on that hurricane. Just by what I saw off of Dutch's bid, what he spotted, and what I know. You know, so look into that. I put it on my channel page, on my comments. I always like putting the research right there on my comments. You may have to go back 3 or 4 pages to find it. But I like to just keep throwing the reports. Even if I'm not putting up a video, I throw reports up there. And everybody who sends me reports, man, I'm going to go ahead and post them there. Now, I don't allow spam on that channel, okay? So if someone's just trying to attack people and stuff, I remove it, okay? Real truthers don't have time for that. And I'm not going to play the Bobby, okay, or the police officer, whatever, man. I ain't the YouTube police, man. Too much. And you know, people got to start treating each other with a little bit of dignity, man. Love my brother as I love myself. And truth, this quest that we're on, since they're hiding so much stuff, you know, it's a path. So, you know, if you know, you're just doing the best you can with the stuff you got, don't worry about it if you get something wrong. Just keep going forward, okay? I want to encourage you to just keep going forward, because we need everybody that we can, man. We have to be together on this stuff. You know, and you got to get past all the denominational things and everything else. We're human beings. God doesn't create junk. And these big-time money players are turning this planet into a toxic zone as we got Fukushima blowing up. Now, Fukushima I talked about too. The reports that are coming out, Arnie Gunderson, give him props. He came out and said that they found sodium-35, and this was reported out of the LA Times too, over here in California. Why it's super critical, why you understand about sodium-35, it cannot be produced without chlorine and salt, okay, or salt water. And I put up a video on that 2 months ago. That's an SRE, a sodium reactor energy. You had 3 meltdowns here in California from a weapons facility owned by Rocketdyne in the 50s and 60s. Okay, it was an SRE. See, uranium does not deteriorate in sodium reactors, but they were having problems with the lubricant, and that's what caused the meltdowns. Well, Fukushima, they're reporting that, and this came from another source right here on the internet, out of RT. They were reporting that they were finding fragments a mile and a half away from the facility, okay, from the fuel pool, okay, the fuel pool, not the spent fuel rods above it. Now, those spent fuel rods, they got blown out of that facility. They went into the ocean. Okay, that's why Tomco's report reported chlorine-38. Now, chlorine-38 cannot be produced in nature. It only is produced through fusion. Now, I've been talking about nuclear stuff for years. I got very good background on that stuff. Now, the reason why you're getting sodium-35 out here is because it created a nuclear reactor in the ocean, or should I say nuclear reaction in the ocean. And now I have a video on the cure for this stuff, because we all got hot particles, and we're looking for solutions. I have an herbalist down in Los Angeles right now working on all kinds of different complex compounds. She's brilliant, huge background, and so we're working on it. But I have a video for the cure for cancer, for brain tumors, for lung cancer, and we're going to have a lot of lung cancers developing out of this. It'll neutralize the hot particles in your body, okay? Now, and that was reported on Glenn Beck, heck, like 2 years ago, but it also has the reports of a place to buy it. It's super cheap. Just go ahead and get some. We all should get some. But, it is about saving lives, and the babies, they're at most risk. But, we're talking about all of this stuff and more. I've had Henning on my show last week, and we're talking about also post-glacial rebound effect, and thank you, Dutch, or Mike, for, the 2 shout-outs and the 2 vids, and he put a whole list of, stuff on post-glacial rebound. That stuff's for real. It's real stuff. I'm a little higher than a geodesist, and very few of us out there, especially out here talking. All right. So, it's a lot of numbers, and after this new current, I've been pushing the envelope on getting the numbers to figure out what's going on, and that's why we had that 7.0 earthquake in Peru. It's a continuous adjustment and readjustment of this earth. It also messes up the currents. Now, we don't need any extra help from these Agenda 21 wackos, okay? We're already in big trouble from this ice melting, okay? Anyway, information shock resistance. And I want to just shout out to everybody, man. Robert with Prophetic Seer, I was on his show earlier this week. He's trying to put together a truther gathering up there in Yosemite. I hope I can be there. I'll do my darndest to get there, but I don't have a crystal ball, man. I don't know what tomorrow holds. That's why I don't make promises. That you're just setting yourself up to get, for failure. The Bible says don't do it, man. So, I say, hey, man, God willing. You know, I want to get down to Arizona. I want to get over here to Santa Barbara. I want to get up to Oregon. I want to get to Washington. Heck, heck, I'd like to get all over the United States, man. You know, but when you're crunching numbers and everything else, man, you just roll with the flow and do what you do. And you know, I could hire in 30 people, and I wouldn't have enough staff. And it's just me. You know, so and doing all this is hard work. Getting this out there, getting the information out there, building a platform, it is a lot of tough work. You know, and props to enough respect. Props to John with Exomatrix and the infopowerment community, the global infopowerment community. That's a ton of hard work. And his platform got jacked. You know, just because somebody got their itty bitty baby fillers hurt, man. Man, why don't you grow up? You know, we're not the enemy, man. Okay, we got some serious negative stuff out there. And this too is going to get poured out on all flesh. So, I don't care if there's shells, I don't care any of that stuff. It's going to be poured out on all flesh. So don't jack platforms. It doesn't help. Okay? It's a suggestion. You know? Anyhow, I want to say hi to Linda and Jeff. You know, Jeff the Canuck, Morning Mayan, Star Jaded. You're out there camping. Hope you're having a good time. You know, everybody. Danny in North Carolina. Chris, please pray for his daughter. She's having problems. Might be a brain tumor. And this is also caused by stupid nuclear fallout. We also have a problem in Virginia right now, and they're not talking about it. The dam above the nuclear power plant up there, which they're venting right now, the lake behind the dam sank 20 inches after the earthquake. That nuclear facility was only equipped to handle a 6.2 earthquake lasting 10 to 15 seconds. Well, you had a 5.9 that lasted for a minute. It went past its standards. Now the NRC, the Nuclear Regulatory Committee, is sending a group out there and inspecting the heck out of that place. I have a person on the ground that's going to have a Geiger counter out there in Virginia pretty soon, Kathy, you know, via Chris. And, you know, they're going to take readings. But they got a lot of military stuff happening going the other way. And she's going, well, but they're not going towards the nuclear thing. Of course not. They're setting up for evacuation. Okay, that's why they do that. Anyhow, you know, come by the show and call in and hang out. You know, go back into the archives. Download them and upload them on YouTube. And go through my videos. Heck, everything is documented with all the information and facts. So go through my old videos. I don't think I'm even going to put a description here, probably just a small one. So just get into my old videos that has all the information, all the facts, all the proof, okay, and predictions. You know, I've already predicted over 14 or 15 7.0s this year, and you're going to have more. You had a 5.4 earthquake there in the mid-Atlantic ridge today. You had an earthquake in Jamaica. A lot of earthquakes on the 6.2 anomaly, 6.2 miles down over the last couple days. You've been having a ton of shallow quakes. These shallow quakes are caused by the piping system. You're getting a lot of permafrost melting. You had the nuclear facility in Quebec leaking heavy water, or D2O, into the laking system up there, right down from Montreal, and they didn't report on that for 2 months. All of these links and stuff will be on my channel pages. Go in through the back days on my channel page, and the links are all going to be there, or they'll be in my videos. Okay? You have a good one. Oh, and hey, Ron Paul, you know, you friended me today. Man, Godspeed, dude. I hope you can do something. And shout out to Encrypt777, great job. Believers Underground, New York, great job. Everybody on, man, that's out there just busting their butt to get the information out to you. Good work, man. Good work.